All right, welcome to the module on penny-like ad campaigns. We're going to talk about buying real fans for your Facebook pages for as little as a penny each. Now, if you skipped ahead to this one because you liked the title, look, the other modules are very, very fast. Just go through the other modules first. It's going to help a lot. It's going to help these make a lot more sense. These modules are meant to be built one on top of the other. So if you haven't watched the other ones and you're skipping around, look, go back and watch the other ones, and you're going to get here in just a matter of minutes, and it's going to make a lot of sense. All right, but look, it's starting to get fun, isn't it? By now, you've learned how to set up your fan page. You might have some awesome bridge marketing ideas that you're ready to implement. Now, all you need is a raving fan base that is ready to see all those awesome posts that you're going to be making. In this video training, we're going to cover how to get fans. But not just any fans, we're going to talk about loyal, raving fans. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand is this. The niche that you choose for your Facebook fan page is going to determine the price that you're likely going to pay for your fans. For example, people that love cats will likely be cheaper than people who love real estate. That makes sense, right? Also, it's more effective when people actually like the thing you are asking them to like. Now, that's not a tongue twister. Let me say that again. It's more effective when people actually like the thing that you're asking them to like. If you're asking them to like something that they don't know, well, why should they like it? For example, am I more motivated to like your page if it's about real estate investing or if it's about Jane Doe, real estate agent? Well, think about that. If I don't know who you are, why am I going to like your page? I'm basically stamping my approval on your page. Well, I might be more likely to like real estate investing because that's something I like. It's generic enough that I like it, right? So you get my point. My point is simply that people don't know you yet, so it's going to take more ad spend for them to like your page versus creating a more generic page that they already like and then using bridge marketing with all of your posts and all of your content to convert those fans into leads and sales. Now you see the importance of bridge marketing, right? That's why I spent a whole entire module on building up that foundation. For example, I have a page called Famous Entrepreneur Quotes. You can see how that's a little bit easier to like, right? I just sit here and I post a ton of posts. Now, if you look at those arrows, it shows that I have over 50,000 fans on that page. Now, those are real fans. And that cost me roughly $500 in total ad spend. So about $500 for about 50,000 fans. Now, I also have another 50 or so pages with very similar results to this one. I've been obviously a busy little bee building fan pages, and I have a couple of partners as well. Because when you're getting penny likes, it really doesn't take much money to build up a good fan page. Now look, I've made plenty of mistakes along the way, okay? For instance, that's just part of the learning curve, and you're going to likely make some of those same mistakes as well. For example, I didn't post anything to that Famous Entrepreneurs Quotes page for several months. The page actually started losing its momentum. When I started posting again, the posts barely were reaching anybody. And that's just one example of a mistake that I made. But even with several mistakes, that one page alone has brought in over $5,000. Look, I've recruited people from it directly into business opportunities. I've sold t-shirts to that page and made a nice profit. I've also featured tons of affiliate offers there as well. Look, I even created some famous entrepreneur quotes featuring myself for branding. Okay, I literally put a picture of myself in the quote up there and then went on to get tens of thousands of likes and shares of my own quotes on Facebook. So if anybody's into personal branding, that's just one of the key hidden benefits. Maybe it wasn't finances that it maybe didn't make me income, but it sure did put my brand out there. Look, as you can see, the opportunities are endless. My main point is that I find it more effective to build generic pages and then simply bridge some of your offers over to that audience. Now, here's 10 steps to help you get cheap likes to your fan page. All right, penny like tip number 1, research Facebook interest. And for this tip, I'm going to go ahead and jump over to a quick little tutorial video showing you exactly how to do that. Okay, I've got a lot to cover, so I'm going to keep this very short. But just like Google has its own keyword tool, Facebook also has its own keyword tool, and I'm going to show you how to use it. You simply go to facebook.com/ads/create. That's going to bring you to this page, okay? And all you have to do is create a fake ad. Just go to page likes, and then just grab any page. We'll just grab that one that we just did. None of this matters. The ad doesn't matter. None of it matters at all. You know why? All it does is that's the way that you get to this interest tab. Okay, that's exactly how you get here. Now, depending on the niche that you want to go after, you just simply start typing in keywords and it'll make some recommendations. Like, let's say I wanted to go after sports. I might go after 49ers. Look at all these different 49ers type keywords, and this over here shows you the reach. And when I type this in, San Francisco 49ers, it's going to make a lot of recommendations of related teams and stuff like that. Okay, so it really kind of gives me an example of the industry. But I can add to this by maybe typing in a player, right? And so by typing in a player now, I got, a couple things. Now it's going to recommend teams and players. And now I can go in here and I go, okay, I'll choose that one. I'll choose that one. Maybe I'll maybe take some recent players as well. And you'll notice now it starts just recommending stuff based on that, right? So now you got some players mixed in with some teams. And it's pretty cool kind of how that works. And you could always go in here and you can mess with these settings. You can see what recommendations they give you. But ultimately the goal here is to try to figure out if you have a big enough reach based on your terms to be able to do it. You go change your settings a little bit more, maybe 18 years old, maybe men, and you can see kind of what kind of reach. Now, you always want to find, and you want to target a niche that has a big reach. The bigger the reach, the more fans there are, the more loyal fans there are out there, the cheaper you're going to be able to buy them for. If you have loyal, raving fans, and there's lots of them, then you have a big market to be able to go after. So this can work for anything. You can use this for any niche, any keyword at all. So hopefully this quick little tutorial on Facebook interests is going to be powerful to helping you determine which niche to set your fan page up for. All right, penny like tip number 2. Choose a popular niche. So now that you've done some research, you want to choose a popular niche. You want to choose something that has a big reach. See, if your target market is, something very, very, very small, like let's say it was just like a type of bird, like not only a type of bird, but a very small unknown type of bird, and you wanted to target fans of that bird, it's going to be very difficult to get cheap likes because there's so few people out there that like that one breed of bird. It's going to be difficult. So instead, if you wanted to do a page about birds, you would do it about a big, huge niche of birds, a big, huge category of birds. That'd be a lot more effective. Then you could target ads to all of the individual birds in that category, plus overall ads to just bird lovers in general. Now, birds is kind of random, right? But it's just to illustrate the point. The bigger that niche is, you're going to get a lot more possibility in your advertising. So choose a popular niche. Penny like tip number 3. Click like if you love. Now your ads should say this. Don't think of fancy descriptions. Okay, let's say that your ad was about, like we talked about, different birds. Let's say it was even about dogs. Okay, let's say you had a page that was about pit bulls. Let's say you loved pit bulls. Well, your ad should have a picture of a pit bull, but it should also say, click like if you love pit bulls. And that's the description. You see how simple it is? Click like if you love pit bulls. You're telling them the call to action is to click like. So when you're placing ads and your goal is to get likes, don't do much else. Just tell them, click like if you like this. Click like if you love this. Keep it that simple. Penny like tip number 4. Use ad images that pop. Okay, and look, I can show you a couple examples, but this is pretty obvious, right? Just use ad images that pop. Use something where they're staring directly at you. If it's a picture of a person or an animal or whatever, have something that's staring directly at you. I'll show you a little bit more about this at the end of this module, but just use something that pops, use something that stands out, use something with bright colors. People are immune to advertising, so just find an image that draws their attention. Penny like tip number 5. Model after ads you like. So now when you're on Facebook, start looking over at those ads on the right-hand side. Start looking at them and find some that you like yourself and just start taking screenshots of them. Create a little folder on your desktop of all those screenshots and just model after them. When you see something you like, go ahead and copy it. That's going to be a very, very good technique to help you get cheap likes. Penny like tip number 6. Match your ads to your keywords. I can't tell you how many times people get this wrong. So what'll happen is, let's use the dog example. Let's say you have a page about, dogs, a generic page like, I love cute puppies. Well, one of your keywords might be pit bull puppies, right? Well, if your keyword is pit bull puppies, then the picture should have a picture of a pit bull puppy. The ad should say, click like if you love pit bull puppies. Right? It shouldn't just be a picture of a generic dog and a picture that says click like if click like if you love dogs. You've got to learn to make the ad match those keywords. Okay? When you do that, that's how you're going to really lower the cost from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cents per click all the way down to 1, 2, 3 cents per, not per click, but just literally per like even. All right, penny like tip number 7. Don't start ads at night. When you start your ad campaigns at night and you let them run right away, Facebook's going to eat up your budget right away. So make sure that you schedule your ads to start the next day, the next morning. Or, just if it's early in the day, you can go ahead and start your ads right away. But do not start your ads at night. That's the quickest way to get your entire budget eaten right up. Penny like tip number 8. Stick with $5 a day campaigns. Okay? Seriously, anything over $5 starts eating up your budget. Now, once you get good, you can experiment with $10 and even $20 a day campaigns. But in my experience, I set my campaign daily budget to $5 a day. Now, why do I do that? Because the more money you spend with Facebook, the more they use it up. When you give them a very little amount of money to use through the whole course of the day, they divide it out and it actually lowers the cost of your likes. Now, if you're trying to get clicks to your website, you can scale it up. But when it comes to penny likes, just trust me on this one, do a $5 a day campaign. And if you have $100 a day to spend building up your fan page, you should do 20 campaigns, $25 a day campaigns. Penny like tip number 9, only one ad per campaign. That's how simple it is. Create a campaign, put one ad in it, make it $5 a day, and then do the next campaign. One ad per campaign. And penny like tip number 10, pause the losers and scale the winners. Now look, there's going to be losers. If you're getting anything over 10 cents a like, you got to just pause those ads right away. Don't even bother with them. Scale the winners. If you're getting ads under 10 cents, just start figuring out, start split testing, start doing different ranges. If you can crack the 10-cent barrier, then you can crack the 8-cent barrier. If you can crack the 8-cent barrier, then you can get it down to 5 cents or less. If you can get it down under 5 cents, you're right there. You're just pennies away from reaching that coveted 1 cent like on your fan page. So pause the losers and keep scaling those winners and just keep getting better and better through time. So I've got a bonus training for you. I'm going to give you a live screen flow walkthrough right now on me placing a penny like ad so you can learn and see exactly how to do this. Now, this is supposed to be a quick training. Vic said, hey, make sure it's quick, but I just felt like giving you this bonus right here. So pay attention, take notes if you want. Here's exactly how to place what I would consider a low-cost penny-like ad. Okay, in this module, I'm going to walk you through a very simplistic, very easy to understand example of placing an ad. So what I want to do is I want to drive some cheap penny clicks to a page. I want to build page likes here. So of all these different options for this one, I'm going to choose page likes, and the page I want to build to is a Disney page called Addicted to Disney. And when you do this, when you choose the page from your drop-down list, it's going to automatically populate your cover photo there. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to delete that. Boom. And then the second thing is it automatically is going to do 2 types of posts, newsfeed and right column. I generally only do, I specifically just do right column for focused. I might do another campaign with the newsfeed, but I'm not going to run both. Right. I'm going to ditch that, and I'm just going to do this right column one over here. Okay. So I'm going to need a thumbnail and a headline and then some text. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off sponsored stories. So I just want to get very, very specific. Look, I just want to get a right column ad. Okay. As far as the options here, I'll come up and make the ad in a second. I just like getting my options in order first. I always wanted to go to the timeline and go in the right column there. Now, as far as creating my audience, depending on how segmented I'm going to get, on this one I'm going to do women. I'm going to target women because women are going to engage more bang for the buck. 18 and up right there. It's such a big demographic. I haven't put in my interest yet to narrow it down, but it's such a big demographic that sometimes I'll do little custom age ranges. But since this is a new page, I'm going to wait until this page has a few thousand fans, and then I'm going to look at the demographics. And once I know the demographics, I'll change these ads to be like 18 to 35 or something like that. Okay, but for right now, 18 up and women. As far as location, United States, sometimes I'll add a few more. Let me add a couple more. I'm very picky with what I'll add. So let's just add Australia. Let's add New Zealand. Places that are very, very, very familiar with American culture and all that. Let's add England. I mean, that's enough. We don't even really need to add much. So there gets a little bit of a broader range there, a little bit more reach. As far as interests here, actually, let me go up. Let me go. So here's what I have left to do. I've got upload the image. I've got the headline. I've got the text. And I'm going to go down here and search for interests. Okay. So searching for interests, I'm just going to type in on this one. I want to do it's a Disney page. Let's do an ad for people that like Disneyland. Okay. So just like that, boom, Disneyland.
That's simple, right? 25 million people like it, but really it's only 7.2 million people that are women 18 and older who live in these areas that like it. So just like that, I could really go Disneyland Resort. I could go do all that stuff, but since the people are there's so many people for these things right here, all these different things, I'm just going to I'm just basically going to focus a campaign on each one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look down and basically each one of these I'll run a separate campaign to. So I'll run a different campaign to Disneyland Resort. I'll run a different campaign to Walt Disney Pictures, Toy Story 3, all this kind of stuff, Kung Fu Panda. I'm going to run a different campaign to the ones that are Disneyland related, okay? And I've got other lists and stuff to go off of. So this is enough. This right here is enough. This is a huge reach for me on this term. And now let's mess around with an ad. So the first thing it needs is to upload an image. I mean, a real simple way would just be like to just go here to like Google Images, just go grab one, something like that. But you could also get creative. I've got other tutorials that teach you how to create amazing thumbnails. So since I've already done that on this one, we'll just keep this one simple and use that thumbnail there. Let me do it over here. Okay, so we'll just add that. Just upload the image right there. Boom. Okay, so it's uploading, and now I'm creating a little preview down here. Okay, so what Facebook does is they automatically populate your page name. So let's really quickly, let me reinforce to you the importance of your page name. A lot of you have page names that are not recognizable, right? This would be a great opportunity for a recognizable name. Like I love this, or I love that, or fans of this, or fans of that, or even whatever. Get creative here, because that's going to show up on some of the ads. But they also let you create a headline underneath it. So let's look at that one. So let's say like, do you love Disneyland? Question mark. And it's going to actually populate that right underneath. And so if you actually read this here, it says add a headline that grabs people's attention and tells them what your ad is about. Your page name may be used as the headline for your ad where it performs better. So Facebook is basically saying, hey, sometimes they're going to show that, sometimes they're going to show that. Maybe sometimes they'll show both. They're kind of still experimenting themselves. And then what you want to do here is you want to put a call to action. Maybe you want to do something like click like. You basically want to tell them what to do, right? So click like, and then you can get creative here all you want. Click like for a chance to go to Disneyland. Now, actually, I'm going to probably even review. Facebook's always changing their terms and conditions. I'll probably even review to see if even that's a little bit edgy, just because it almost maybe sounds like a contest or something like that. But click like for a chance to go to Disneyland or whatever. That might be fun. Worst case, it gets declined, then I'll do a different kind. But click like if you love Disneyland. I could do that just as well. Okay. So there you go. I don't know why that's freezing right there. Normally it would just show us real quick what it looks like. It just is, it's holding up. But anyways, it'll show up right there. Very, very simple. So there's our ad. It's good to go. So let's review what we did. We chose our page. We chose our thumbnail image here. It doesn't even have to be the perfect size. As you see, I just grabbed one. However, you could do the perfect size. I have another tutorial kind of showing all that kind of stuff. You could actually do just an amazing size there and do it. And this whole idea about uploading a whole bunch more images, I mean, I personally don't really do that. I just focus on just one image. Now, if I don't like that image, I can go back and maybe find a better one. Maybe I like this one. Let's see, I like this one here maybe. What I'm looking for is something real close up like this, where you can instantly recognize characters. Okay, that's really what I'm looking for. So something like this could also work really well. Let's grab it real quick just to kind of show you in this example. But yeah, so let's look at it real quick. You got two characters and you have Disneyland in the background, right? So it's recognizable. When you see this as a tiny, micro, small thumbnail, that's really what you're looking for. Something that at a distance people could see. And you just go and you just save that image, Disneyland there, to my desktop, and I can go back over here and I could upload it. Okay, Disneyland, and it's going to populate now. Obviously, right now I got a little spinning ball, so I don't know if this is going to be the best tutorial because it would actually just show you real quick what's happening. But worst case, it's all good. There it is, and so it just popped up. And whatever reason that first one's not populating, I don't know why, but it's right here. So you can kind of see. You can look at it as a glimpse. You can basically go, huh? Okay, I can see the characters. I can see what my ad's going to look like right here. So that's the whole purpose of this ad editor. Is you can go and you can create like a few ads. I might go, hey, let me go test another picture against that. And I don't have to place all these ads. I could just I could literally just go find some stuff. I could just go find some cool pictures and kind of scroll through a bunch. Now let me show you another little trick for finding pictures. You could do like maybe like Disneyland, art, okay, and maybe find some other cool pictures like that, right? Or Disneyland, wallpaper, okay. Now look at all these kind of cool pictures. Now you're looking for something that stands out from a glance, though. You're looking for something that, something like this maybe. But you're looking for something that usually, in a case like this, I'd want some characters that pop off of it. Okay, but you're just really looking for that. You want to avoid text. I usually like going with no text in my ads whatsoever. This would be good, but it's too zoomed out. See, that'll be too small when it's a thumbnail. So you're looking for things, and all these dark ones, these will be too hard. Anything like this, it's too complicated. When this gets shrunk down, people won't be able to tell what it is. So this is the point. I'm kind of walking through, just kind of give you examples. Something like this would pop really well. This would look really well. This would maybe even do pretty well here. A lot of recognizable characters. It'll be small, but look at these colors. These are for people that, or even something like this would do well. Any of this kind of stuff, that's great. Just stuff that really kind of pops. The stuff that stands out. So, anyways, there you go. This might get through with the text rule and something like that. Let's see. Let's look at a couple more, and then we'll call it a day and post the ad. All right, well that's enough. I mean, maybe the big castles or something like that. So anyways, as you can see there, oh look, now they're both deciding to show up. So let's look. Let's do a really quick comparison. Okay, which one do you think stands out better? I just loaded up two, right? This first one looked really good when it was blown up because it was everything with the kids and everything. But now you look at it and go, huh, it doesn't look that good, and the characters are looking away from you. Whereas this one here, the characters are looking right at you. The recognizable kind of Disneyland castles in the background. And I would actually say this one down here is most likely going to have the higher click-through rate. I could split test it, but for the sake of this, I just want to just place one. So there you go. That's the one that I chose. Do you love Disneyland? Blah, 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 blah. Australia, New Zealand, England, and United States. 7.2 million people. Women 18 and older. Got it all, right? So let's scroll all the way down. And I leave all this stuff all the same. I don't mess with any of that stuff at all. None of it. So now the campaign is the last thing you really want to worry about, okay? And then optimizing. So for the campaign, you want to have some sort of keyword. So for Addicted to Disney, I'm going to be placing like 20 campaigns for this. So what I'll do is I'll probably have like A2D as the thing, or it could even be A2 Disney. Okay, Addicted to Disney. Now so they're all going to be organized alphabetically next to each other. So the first thing I want is like something to really group these together. The second thing I want is probably my keyword, Disneyland. Okay, that's going to be my keyword. And the third thing I want is maybe what I'm going to do, like women 18 plus. Okay, there you go. Addicted to Disney, keyword Disneyland, women 18 plus is what this campaign is. Now for budget, because it's such a big reach, I'm okay with $10 a day. And plus, we want this page to go pretty fast. Now, normally I would do $5 a day, pretty standard on everything, but for this case, I think it'd be fun to just do $10 a day. Okay. As far as optimization, optimize it for page likes. You could always switch things around, but that's basically you want to basically have everything optimized. You want to have optimized CPM on everything that you do. So I don't ever really switch this. Okay. And then it's just as simple as placing the order. And it usually takes a second here to load up, and as soon as it does, there it is. Now my campaign's ready to go. Now this little thing right here says it's pending review. So what's going to happen now is it's got to go through Facebook's moderation filters, but because there's no text, it's going to get through pretty quick. This whole thing about chance to go to Disneyland, I actually just wrote that up real quick while I was doing it. That could get flagged, I guess. I'd have to review kind of the contest rules and ads right now. I don't know what the latest is on that. But you see it's got the page name or this alternative name, might show both. But it's really just kind of like, hey, it's calling to them. Do you love Disneyland? Click for a chance to go to Disneyland, okay? Or at worst case, I could do another one that just says click like if you love Disneyland, okay? Something that simple works, okay? So this isn't rocket science. We're targeting people who we already know like this, and we're just asking them to like it, okay, with a like button there. Now what I might do is if this ad doesn't perform well, what I'll probably do is if it's getting better than, if it's 3 cents a like, I'll probably leave it for a couple days and see if it gets down. But if it's like 5 cents a like or more, I'm going to pause it, and then the first thing I'm going to do is go back and change the thumbnail. The very first thing I'm going to do is pause it. If it's 5 cents or more, pause it. So I'll give it a day. Worst case, I'm out. Well, first of all, I'll check in. If it's like 15 or 20 cents, I'll pause it right away. Okay, that's another thing. I don't want to eat up 10 bucks just on a test. So I'll pause it right away. I'll go and I'll look at all my ads, which of course you can go to all your campaigns and you can view all your ads right there. That's not hard at all. So what I'll do is I'll monitor it. I'll go, okay, if this thing's 15 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, man, I'm dumping it. I'm just going to hit pause on the campaign and I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to go, what was the issue here? Let's change a couple things. Let's change the thumbnail. Let's change this, and let's give it another shot. And ultimately, if I don't do it, then I'm just going to go, okay, this keyword Disneyland is too general and it's just not working. Let's go to one of the other keywords. And what I'm going to do is if I do 20 ads like this right here, then what's going to happen is maybe all that I really need is like 5 of them to get penny likes. So that's the thing I think a lot of you could really gain from this, is that once you really understand kind of what to do here, I could do 20 campaigns. 15 of them could be flops. And it doesn't matter because I could actually just pause those campaigns, take the 5 that are good, and if those 5 are doing, let's say, $10 a day, and let's say I'm getting an average of just 1 penny like on each one, then essentially what I'm doing is every single day I'm getting 1,000 likes. So it's 1,000 likes per campaign. If I got 5 of them, that's 5,000 likes a day. Do you see what I'm saying for pennies? So for $50 a day, I'm getting 5,000 likes. Do you understand that? That's just the basic math.
Okay, did you learn a lot from that hands-on training? Hope so. Well, the first thing I'd like to share with you is an image, okay? So you can see exactly how many likes that page has received since placing those ads. So here you can see it's the same page, Addicted to Disney. Look at that, 50,238 fans on that page. Now, you might be thinking, well, how could I bridge market any offers from a Disney page? Why is this guy showing me a Disney page? My answer would be, think outside of the box. All right, so here's a couple outside of the box ideas to help expand your mind. Now the goal is just simply to expand your mind here. These are just hypothetical, just to get you thinking outside of the box. Cash in on your passion. Get paid to blog about Disney. Bloggers wanted. Are you passionate about Disney? Do you love to write? Click here to learn more. Or how about this one? Stay-at-home mom gets millions of views on her Disney YouTube videos. This free training teaches you how to review Disney products, movies, and more. Get paid for doing the things that you're already doing that you love doing. Now, if you might think, well, what on earth are you talking about? Disney, stay-at-home mom, millions of views? I mean, look, there's really people like that. Look at this example here, Disney collector, right? If you look at this example, now hold on, just real quick, because I might just want to blow your mind real quick with a little zoom in. Zoom in. Look at how many subscribers, look at how many views for doing these like crazy little review videos. Now, how do I know? Because I got 2 boys in diapers. What do you think they do? They jump on YouTube and we're watching these little Disney videos, right? So look, there's tons and tons and tons of ideas. You just got to think outside of the box. Okay, so all of that was just to get your mind going. If you had a product that taught people how to market and figured out a way to bridge that offer, you would never run out of people to reach with it. Clearly, there are ways to create bridges for almost any offer out there. It just requires an open mind and a little creativity. So I hope you've enjoyed these videos so far, and I look forward to continuing this training in our advanced series modules.